Hey everyone, in this video I'm going to show you how to make a gluten-free banana bread that's really good. It's super simple, looks amazing, and sometimes it can be hard to make things gluten-free that are still really tasty. So I've been perfecting this over the years and wanted to share it with all of you. Alright, let's just jump right into it. So this recipe uses 4 different bananas, and you're able to add a 5th banana on top afterwards if you want. It is way better with that 5th banana, so if you have the bananas for it, definitely do it. But to make the loaf itself, you're gonna need 4. The more ripe they are, the better. Even a really brown one is delicious for this. I usually freeze them and then take it out of the freezer and just let it de-thaw a bit. But I have a ton of ripe bananas right here, so this is gonna work really well. So essentially you have 2 different sets of ingredients. You have the wet ingredients and the dry ingredients. So the wet ingredients are the bananas, vanilla extract, some kind of butter or margarine, and some brown sugar. I normally do make this with butter, but I have to make one that's dairy-free as well, so this is vegan margarine, which works really well for this. It's definitely just what you prefer. And lastly, the last part for the wet ingredients is going to be the 2 eggs. For the dry ingredients, we got gluten-free flour. So this is just all-purpose baking flour. This is the ingredients for it, and it's the type that has xanthan gum in it, so it helps it stick together a bit more. We get this at Costco. Then we also have baking soda, baking powder, cinnamon, and salt. So all of this is pretty much the dry ingredients, and each of these are gonna have a separate bowl. So put all the wet ingredients in one and all the dry ingredients in the other. So if you're looking for an actual list, this is exactly what it is. But I'll show you how to do it for this video. When you start mixing everything, start preheating the oven to 350. So to start the wet ingredients, you want to get the 4 bananas, put them in, and then mash them up. This just makes sure the bananas are evenly distributed in the whole loaf. And don't worry if there's bruises on the banana, because this actually improves the taste. So just mash it up and make sure it's like a paste. And the more mash, the better. So next you just want to add in all the other wet ingredients. So right now I'm just going to add the eggs and then 1 teaspoon of vanilla. So this is just vanilla extract. And next you want to do half a cup of brown sugar and then half a cup of melted butter. So this is the vegan margarine just because we're making this one dairy free, but you can use whatever butter that you want. So just make this for like a minute and it'll be all melted. And then mix in this melted butter and then just stir everything together. So let that just set right over there, and then we can move on to this other bowl. So it doesn't matter what order you add this in, but I'm just gonna start with the gluten-free flour. So you wanna do 1 cup and 3/4 of a cup. So I always just eyeball it, like this might be a little bit over, but it doesn't really matter. Next, you want 1 teaspoon of baking soda, and then you want to do 1/2 or 3/4 of baking powder. So I found maybe like a little bit more does really help the whole thing bind together. And then do a heaping teaspoon of cinnamon as well. And then you want to do 1/2 teaspoon of any kind of salt you have. Same thing, you just want to mix this all together just so it's a little bit even. You can even like shake it around. But yeah, just mix this up. And then we're going to be adding these dry ingredients into the wet ingredients. So take this bowl of the dry ingredients and just pour it in. You could always do the opposite way, but then a lot of the dry ingredients is stuck on the bottom. So doing it this way just lets it spread a little bit more evenly. And then yeah, just mix it up and you'll start making the actual dough. Now that you've done that, you're gonna wanna put that into some kind of banana loaf tin. So all you have to do, so you are able to like line it with some kind of parchment paper if you want, but I typically like to just grease the sides with some kind of like butter or even like an oil. So just get like all the sides, get the bottom, and then you can pour that into here. Then you can pour that into here. This just makes sure that it doesn't get stuck after cooking, because when you don't do that, there's a good chance it will get stuck. So once you're done that, give it one last good mix, and this is when you're able to add in anything like walnuts or raisins or whatever you want. I find crushed up walnuts to be really good in this. I would add in chocolate chips, but I'm making this one a dairy-free one, but it's really whatever you want to make. You also don't have to add anything in. I love making this without anything and just give it one last mix with the new stuff and then add it into this tin. So once you got it in, just level it out just so it's even the whole way through. Then here's the fun part. So now you want to take the 5th banana and then slice it lengthwise. So just follow like the curve of the banana. You don't have to like overcommit with the cut. Try not to break it. It doesn't matter if you do, but just try to make it just pretty much look like this. So now you have these two bananas right here lengthwise, and then you bring this over to the banana bread. Put it on top, and then when you have them both in, just push downwards so there's about like a centimeter of this sticking up. It's kind of hard to see in the video, but just press down a lot on it and you'll start seeing like this start ballooning on either side of it. So you're just trying to push it in just so it doesn't get stuck too far on the top, because sometimes it won't like cook properly if that happens. So if you have a banana on the top, it will be a little bit longer to cook, but you just wait pretty much like 5 or 10 more minutes. And it's well worth it. Next, I like to add in some walnuts on the top of it. So I kind of just like place it in the areas that you don't see the banana. So it's pretty much just covered in walnuts and bananas. I like to use walnuts over many other nuts just because other nuts are a bit more harder. Walnuts are really soft, which is really great for banana bread. Then lastly, I like to top it off with a little bit of raw sugar. So you can use like granulated sugar too. Don't have to go crazy with it, so you could always put in your palm first just so you get the exact measurement you want. Now that we've done all that, you can put it into the oven and you're gonna be waiting about 55 to 70 minutes. The way to know it's finished is if you put a toothpick or a fork in it and it doesn't come out wet, then you know it's done. I wouldn't recommend cutting it because it can get pretty messy that way, but just stab like pretty much right beside the banana, like right underneath it, just to make sure, because that's gonna be the last part to get dry. Once you've done that, you can let it sit for about 5 to 20 minutes. It's really up to you. It can bind a bit better once it starts sitting for longer, but sometimes you just can't wait. All right, so now we've been waiting for an hour. Let's take it out, and you can see it's a little darker on the edges now, so like it's a little darker brown. And when you stick it with a fork underneath the banana section, you're not going to be getting any extra batter coming off, so it's definitely done. This is by far my all-time favorite banana bread recipe. It's great that you can make it gluten-free. It's super simple, and you can add in whatever you want. So now you just have to let it wait for about 5 to 20 minutes. All of this will solidify, and then you can start cutting it up. Alright, that's it from me. I hope this video helped you out. If it did, don't forget to give this video a like, and please subscribe to my channel to see more great guides just like this. Let me know down in the comments if you try this out and if you like it yourself. I'd love to hear from you guys, and that'd be really cool. Alright, I'll see you in the next video. Have a great day, everyone. Cheers.